gun sounds and weed smoke. Y'all know what time it is. We are back for your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day. I'm Nate Galloway,
I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
and this is another episode of Late Night with Nate and Adrian. And some buzz. Shout out to the day ones. Like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. We appreciate y'all for checking in. Boogie! Welcome back. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm a little tired because my body just won't let me live, won't let me rest.
Boogie, you haven't been using your sleep sounds. We
I
talked about
know.
this.
I know. You said it. You said it. My sleep sounds right now is, dare I say, I'm rewatching Courage the Cowardly Dog right
What?
now. Do you remember that off of Cartoon Network?
Yes, it
Oh
is an
my God.
amazing show.
That's
But
my sleep
also
sound.
one of those ones that I'm not gonna lie, kind of brought on some night terrors, for
For
you,
real?
boy. Okay, look. Okay, I could be candid. I could be candid with you,
Okay.
Boogie. I
Yes.
could be candid with you and all the listeners.
And all the people. Yes.
I don't know if you know this about me, Boogie, but I grew up in a Christian household,
Yes.
a
Yes.
very Christian household. So
Yes.
the only ghost that was flowing through the house was the Holy Ghost. So some
Ah.
some of those shows we didn't
Ah.
necessarily get to watch, so you had to
Got
sneak
you.
and watch them.
Mm.
And because of the church, they always made it seem like you're going to hell. Demons,
Mm.
demons, demons. And
Mm.
when you're a youth, you feel like, oh, it's a little scary. It's gonna, send me to the lake of fire. So I kind of avoided
Okay.
a lot of those due to the
That's fair.
scare tactics, and
Yeah.
it caused some nightmares.
That's fair.
So I was like, we don't watch those. Now, when I'm an adult, I'm like, you lied. You
Yeah.
guys lied
Yeah.
about a lot.
Yeah. I will say I've been thoroughly enjoying rewatching these old cartoons
Okay.
cuz we all knew this, but we didn't know this growing up, but a lot of these cartoons are adult
Yeah.
material. We've said this before. We had this conversation before. But like I'm watching Courage and I'm like, "Damn, I was watching this back in the day?"
I was going to
Oh,
ask
it's
you, did you
crazy.
run into any problematic situations on Courage?
Nothing problematic, I would say, not too much outside of the typical misogynistic
Yeah.
behavior of the husband, but that was intentional. So,
A lot of white dudes in even in the artistic rooms,
right.
the animation rooms.
Yeah, that was definitely deliberate. But outside of that, man, just I like to watch some content where I'm like turning off my brain and I'm just enjoying, you know what I'm saying, the
Oh,
entertainment. And usually, the last couple days, I'm good to go. I watch an episode or two because they're really quick episodes.
like 20 minutes.
Yeah, real quick. I watched, 2 episodes or something, and then I turn off the TV. I'm like, "Well, that's all I needed." But for some reason, last night I was like, "I guess we watching the whole season today." So,
We out here. So let me ask you this. Okay. So
yeah.
since you're going back watching your cartoons, top 3 Cartoon Network cartoons. And I'm gonna even throw in because Nickelodeon, Disney. What were
Yeah.
your top 3 Disney cartoons? Or okay, let's just say no, I'm gonna do it that way. Top 3 Cartoon Networks because there was a split, and then let's do
Yeah.
top 3 Nickelodeon and or Disney.
Okay. 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 Definitely de- I definitely would put Courage up there cuz when I watch Courage,
Okay. This
I'm
is the
like,
Cartoon Network list we're going with
yeah,
first.
we're
Okay, so
going
Courage.
Cartoon Network. Courage. Um I know people didn't really like this show, but damn it, I did. I enjoyed it. What was it called? Robot Chicken.
Okay. So we got
Ro-
Robot Chicken and Courage.
Robot Chicken. Again,
You
it
was deep
was,
in them streets on what was that? Adult Swim.
yeah, Adult Swim, man. Adult
Okay.
Swim, Robot Chicken. But also let me humanize myself when it comes
Okay.
to the Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network wasn't no, because that I I didn't really. I mean, it was cool, but I just like the intro. Ed and Eddie. I was gonna say I ain't really.
Yeah, Ed, Ed and Eddie was it was an interesting show.
Yeah, it was an interesting show. I didn't really. I enjoyed it, but then I was like, I just watched it because ain't nothing else on.
So is that going to round you out for your 3 for Cartoon Network? Does that round you out? We got Courage, Robot Chicken, and potentially Ed, Ed and Eddie.
I'm not going Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Okay, so
I
what's
just
the third
I
one?
don't
There's
want
one you're
to.
missing. And I'm trying to see if you're gonna
I
say
can't.
it.
First of all, now when you put me up on the spotlight, I for some reason I'm drawing a blank because
It's one that you are missing, and I know you watched it.
I used to watch cartoons religiously because I'm just I love animation.
Let me tell you what you're missing from Cartoon Network.
Yeah, tell me.
There's a couple that you're missing.
I know. I just can't think of it right now.
Powerpuff Girls.
Oh my god! Yes.
Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo.
That's what I was talking about. Johnny Bravo. That was my show. Johnny Bravo. Yo, I used to watch
Dexter's Lab.
Dexter's Lab all day. See, you know what it is? I'm also mixing the
Cow and
cartoons,
Chicken.
thinking that Cow and Chicken. Yes, man, come on now. So bump Ed and Eddie and put Johnny
Okay.
Bravo in that mofo because
All right,
Johnny
so
Bravo used to be hilarious.
So you got Courage, Robot Chicken, and Johnny Bravo. Is
And
that your
you know
top
what?
3,
And
or is it we just mixing these?
Robot Chicken because I
Okay.
used to watch Robot Chicken because it used to I like the obscurity of Robot Chicken, but
It was definitely out there.
But if I'm being quite honest, go ahead and throw Dexter's Lab in that motherfucker.
Okay. Is there a particular order, or is this just that's the 3?
I'm gonna go Courage just because I'm
Courage number
watching it
1.
right now. Courage
Okay.
right now. And then do because like Fairly Odd Parents is Nickelodeon.
That's Nickelodeon.
Yeah, that was my jam all day. But yeah, I'm gonna do Courage. I'm gonna do see Powerpuff Girls. I liked it, but it was kind of irritating me. Gotta be honest, it was a little annoying. Yeah, it was a little irritating to me. But yeah, I'm gonna go Courage. I'm gonna go Dexter's Lab, and then I'm gonna go Johnny Bravo.
Okay. Solid. I like that. Okay, before we get to Nickelodeon, I'm gonna slide mine in.
Go ahead.
So this one, there's really no. There's not an order here because Cartoon Network is tough for me. So there's no order here.
Yeah, it is.
Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack. Oh,
Samurai
snap.
Jack.
Yeah.
And since you, I'm gonna hold it, but I'm gonna start rewatching some cartoons as well. But Samurai Jack, I'm gonna put that one up there.
Okay.
I did like Powerpuff Girls. I like Powerpuff Girls.
I wasn't a huge fan.
But it's not a top 3 for me.
Okay.
Dexter's Lab.
Yeah, of course.
Is in there. And then I'm going to gotta do the Boondocks because Boondocks was technically on Cartoon Network.
Technically, but you know what? Boondocks is such a legendary show. It's in its own fort right for me.
So, so I'll take. You're right. Because that was also kind of Adult Swim too. Yeah. It's okay. So we'll pull that one off.
Boondocks just did such a legendary. It was.
I can't consider that like our childhood cartoon. So you're right. That was more high school, college. So you're right.
Yeah.
I got Samurai Jack, Dexter's Lab. I'm gonna old school it.
Okay.
Speed Racer.
Whoa.
Those old, I don't know what it is about those old.
You talking about whoa.
That was childhood.
Whoa, not Speed Racer.
Those still they do
hit. Like I'm surprised you ain't say what's the flying it was like
Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman. I remember watching. I was like, why are they doing this to us right now?
Jabberjaws.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
good. That was that Hanna-Barbera era.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me your Nickelodeon and or Disney.
SpongeBob SquarePants, Fairly Odd Parents all day. And
SpongeBob, Fairly Odd.
Fairly Odd. I'm trying to think. Do I want to say? Nah. Um. Uh, I was gonna say, do I want to say Pinky and the Brain, Nickelodeon,
That was
Animaniacs? Never mind.
and
That was part
Animaniacs
of the
was
Warner Brothers.
on.
That was Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that wasn't. Was that on Cartoon? I don't remember what channel that one.
I feel like
WB. So
yeah,
no,
that was Warner.
that was
Yeah, it was
WB.
on. It
Yeah,
was on UPN
yeah,
WB. It
UPN.
was yeah. Never mind.
That was it.
Um,
But you could, I'll allow it. We will, for the sake of that being an old school cartoon, because I did say Nickelodeon, Disney slash. So we
yeah.
can slash in. You want to put the Looney Tunes in there? We can do that. Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. What about you?
I feel like because you said a lot of the Nickelodeon ones, just you was rattling those off. I feel like you leaned in more. You was more the Nickelodeon kid than the Cartoon Network kid.
I was
That's the
definitely
vibe
a
I'm getting.
Nickelodeon fan for sure. And
That's the vibe I'm
Disney. I
getting.
used to watch Disney too, but Disney used to be a little too.
Two picket fence.
My God, I was gonna say two niceties. Like I want to see some ruckus
See some
going
action.
on. Right.
Oh, for Cartoon Network, I forgot was it the Backyardigans or who of them
Oh
kids that had the
yeah,
clubhouse? Yeah,
yeah.
them kids was cool. My Nickelodeons. I'm gonna just say this. I lean way more into the Nickelodeon side and or the Disney side
Sure.
than anything. Rocco's Modern Life.
Damn it! Yes, Rocco. My God, I
Rocco
love
still
Rocco.
holds up, but
Rocco still hit.
Rocco was definitely that show that we should not have been watching because it was
Not
like
at all.
y'all was high as hell and it was a
Hey
lot.
Arnold. I forgot about Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold is going to be for me the honorable mention. I don't
Got
think
you.
I can slide Hey Arnold in there
Okay.
solely because Doug.
Doug.
Doug is
I
my
knew he was gonna
all-time
say Doug.
favorite.
Ah, God, I always
However,
forget Doug.
I gotta preface this though. Nickelodeon Doug. When Disney took over Doug,
Facts.
they
It
ruined it.
didn't. It didn't.
It didn't hold up. And Recess.
Oof.
Spinelli.
Recess used to be my Thug Thizzle and Rugrats. Even though Rugrats
Couldn't
was,
stand Rugrats.
you couldn't stand
I just
Rugrats.
I was just like these fuck ass babies out of here. It just the concept of
Nanners.
I couldn't stand Tommy Pickles. I
Yeah.
couldn't stand him. I was just like, get out of here, bro. Get out of here, baby. But I was more the Nickelodeon guy because they had the this is gonna age me. Boogie, because you grew up in this time, but they had them orange tapes. You knew you was
Oh
about
yeah.
life when you bought a Nickelodeon tape and it was the neon
Yeah.
orange. He was like, but you ain't got this. You knew someone stole your tape
Yeah.
because you had the orange one. And it was like, cuz give me my stuff back because you stole my Rugrats in Paris 2 tape or whatever. It actually happened.
Man. Yeah. I will say, yeah, Nickelodeon just at that time just had better programming.
They did. They did. And their shows, like you said, I get it, they were more real. My brother and
Yeah.
me, Disney
Yeah.
was the fluff. Disney
Was
messed up a
Bill
lot of
and
us.
my little friend Bill or whatever.
Disney messed up a lot of us because we were out here watching Brink and Johnny Tsunami
Oh
and
yeah.
all these other movies that some are very good, a lot of them are not so good.
Johnny
Smart
Tsunami.
House, all these
What
movies.
was the cartoon where it was like a bunch of surfer kids? I always forget. It was
Rocket
like
Power. I don't know how they
Rocket
forgot that
Power.
one. That's a good
That
Nickelodeon one
used to
too.
be my
Yep.
joint.
Okay, I got actually. Okay, look, moving out Recess, throwing
Okay.
Rocket Power in there.
You gotta
Recess
throw in Rocket
is an
Power.
honorable mention
My
because
God.
Rocket
Yes.
Power
Rocket Power used to be
was
my
dope.
jam. I
Was
used to be
dope.
like, nigga, I don't care how old I am. Let me go watch this motherfucking
I
show.
did feel like Nickelodeon was more for the real nigga kids,
Yeah.
and Disney Channel was like, you the suburban nigga kids.
Yes.
And you knew it because when you got to high school and or college, you're like, these situations on the Disney Channel ain't real.
They
This is
not real
real life. Let me take these rose-colored glasses off because
Yep.
Disney had us getting a little wand and doing all this stuff.
Used to
It
piss
ain't
me
like
off.
that.
Yeah, they used to piss me off. But yeah, Nickelodeon all day. Respect.
For real, man. Nice little blast
I
down
know.
memory lane. I have been doing what you have been doing, but in sitcom form.
Okay.
I went back and I was like, let me watch. I watched Smart Guy,
Okay.
and phenomenal show.
Yes.
Um should have had way more seasons,
Oh,
but
of course.
the writing back then, dope show. So now I'm going through watching the Steve Harvey show. Still very funny, still holds up. So I'm just
Yeah.
working my way through sitcoms
Mm.
and that sort of thing. But Boogie, went back to Homecoming this past weekend,
Okay.
and I gotta say I had a really good time. I have not
Hey,
been back in, it's been like 10 plus years since I have
look
been
at
back.
you. Look at you.
Uh, Mostly because living in Chicago, and when you're away, you don't make it back as much. Especially,
Fair.
we've been on this comedy grind. When you got show, you that's what you lock
That's
into.
priority. Yeah.
You don't have time. Now that I've like, okay, I'm back in Michigan for some time now.
Okay. Okay.
Um, let's go back. Let's go back home, as they say.
Let's go back.
And a lot of it not going back was because, let's be real, didn't like a lot of them niggas. Just do not like a lot of y'all.
Yeah.
But going back, and there was a lot of people I saw. Shout out to my homie Jen. Shout out to Crystal, Trav, Glenn, a lot of the homies. It was dope. I got a lot of hugs, like
Hey, you
heartwarming
got some
hugs.
embrace.
And it was like, man, like the vibe of just being there and seeing the face, also seeing people who are doing well,
Nice.
especially the homies. Some of the people I just named off. It was like, man, I remember this, I remember that. And it was, oh yeah. I was like, it was great to
Yeah.
be able to catch up and have those
Yeah.
memories. And it was like, you know what? I'm going to do my part to extend myself to some of these
Oh.
people
Oh.
because you generally do care. And they
Yeah.
kind of let you know that it was like, this little tribe here, or these, I don't say little in that regard, but you know what I mean. This
Yeah.
tribe here,
Yeah.
these are my peoples,
Yep.
and these outside energies, y'all don't matter.
Yep.
Like you don't at all.
Yep.
And there were some energies that were there, and there were some situations where I was like, you know what? It's more y'all than it is me. So make a calculated decision. Let's back up. Let's kind of go back to where I'm comfortable.
Yep.
And there was a situation where the person that walked up, and I was like, I saw out of the peripheral, and I was like, okay, here we go. About to be some stuff. Homie walked by, stopped and looked, walked back by, tap you on the shoulder and extends their hand. And it's like, I'm not shaking. I'm not gonna be the first person to make amends and or even dap. I'm not gonna be that person. But because you extended your hand first, I'm like, okay, like it is what it is. I can say what's up. But in my mind, it was like, "Ugh."
In
for
my
a, for
mind.
a split second, I was choking that nigga out. But I was like, you know what? This is growth here. And it was a good time. So I was like, I've been like, you know what? I'm gonna come back more,
That's
go
what's up.
to basketball games, and maybe lend my talents to the
Okay.
Black and Alum Association for some things. I'm like, I might want to actually get involved. It was one of those things where it was like, sometimes we can be in our head so much
Yeah.
that we're just like, you think about those bad situations where you're just like, man, it's literally water
Under. Oh,
under the bridge.
yeah. Under the bridge.
And
You
I
always
kind of
forget.
got that. So it was kind of a very freeing moment to be like,
That's
huh,
what's up.
it's cool to be back in these spaces. You can still be here, and it can still
Yeah.
be we know what it is, but neither we're all adults where we're just not gonna cross those. We can be cordial about
Yeah.
certain things.
I.
And I thought that was cool.
That's what's up. I went to such a small school, and it was a transient school. Everybody was working, and
Okay.
so I don't go back because there's no alum. I mean, there is an alum, but like we don't.
Right.
Yeah, we don't have. I don't think we have teams and stuff like that. My school is so small. So, but I always feel like that's like the one thing where I'm like, man, I'm kind of jealous to a lot of people that had that college experience, because my college experience was still a college experience, but it was I
Just
was
a little
working.
smaller.
I was working. Yeah. I
I
had yeah.
my bad. Go
No, no,
ahead.
no. I was just gonna say I had priorities. Niggas need to
See, I
pay
had
bills.
both. I had the HBCU experience and I had the smaller white school. I often be like, damn, I wish I would have went to just a bigger
Yeah.
PWI to really
Yeah.
get that. We got winning
Get that vibe.
teams,
Yeah,
you
get that
know.
vibe.
But it was cool. And talk to some homies, and you always get to the people who are within your same major,
Of
and
course.
we're all still grinding. And it was like, oh man, you still. I was like, I got too much invested in this to
What am I
give up
gonna do?
at
Quit?
this
No.
point.
Right.
And one of my homies, she was like, I'm a behavioral specialist. And I was like, wait, what? And I was like, congrats on being that. But I was like,
Yeah.
why the hell were you in all of our film classes? I was like, you mean tell me you were just in here for the easy A, and this whole time you was just goofing around with us when you was really out here getting a real job? I was like, wow, you had a snowballed. I was
That
like,
was smart.
kudos,
That was smart.
man, super smart. And I was like, you mean I should have flipped it and I should have had the real job as the major and then the dream job as the minor? They didn't tell me this. But I was like, I'm so happy for
That's
Jen.
what's
And I
up.
was like, behavioral specialist. I was like, I know what that is, but I don't know what that is. So I'm
Right.
like, the booze and the herbage is flowing. So it's like, tell me more, So
Mm. That's what's up.
it was fun to get back and all those good things. There was no smoke. I didn't get arrested. No one got arrested or anything. There were fights though. There were some fighting. There's always some fisticuffs when drinking goes on. But
Yeah.
also, you know, there were a lot of rats when I was going to the university. There were a lot of but they were sophisticated rats though.
Ah.
These rats now, Boogie, these young rats now,
Have evolved.
Boogie. Let me just tell you, they shouted out some young ladies that twerked on top of a Jeep. They were twerking on the hood of the Jeep. They were twerking on the roof of the Jeep. They were doing all types of tricks. And it was shout out to the ladies who have been going ham on the Jeep all tailgate. They were shouting them out pretty much the whole time. And I
Mm.
saw some things, Boogie, that I was just like, oh, the ratchetness we're at levels.
Mm.
It was nothing but ski. They ski-yeed a lot, Boogie. And it was I heard they were I heard 45-year-olds singing, I'm trying to get my coochie scratch. And I was like, what is going on here? What is going on here? This is homecoming. And the youngins, Boogie, they was pee popping on wet pavement.
Whoa.
I ain't never seen nothing like this. But I was
Whoa.
like, the pavement is wet. And they was just it was a dude
Let
on a
them
horse.
be free. Let them be free.
Oh no, they were free. And they were loving it. But what was crazy, normally at homecomings, they kind of it's a little separated, Boogie. It'd
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
you got the skin
I've
folk
been a
over
few
here.
I've been to quite a few homecomings where it's very clear
Very segregated.
how yeah.
It
I
is
I didn't want to say that, but
if
yeah.
going back to being Chicagoans, it's very north side, south side-ish, if you know what I
Ah,
mean.
ah, ah.
And it wasn't like this. It was a mixture, and you could tell that it was some uncomfortable vibes from the Wahites, and even the older black folks who were like, yeah, we got here at 9 o'clock so we could make sure we weren't around all of you hooligans. They were in the midst of shenanigans, Boogie. It was so much cigar and other types of smoke going. These old folks were just looking at these youngins like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was
That's what's up.
a grand old time, and I can't wait to go back. I was like, I'm coming back next year. I didn't know it was like this. I said, I'm coming back next year. I'm gonna be on time. I'm gonna be early. I might have a little tent. I'm like, Boogie, let's bring the podcast equipment. We podcasting from
Say
homecoming.
less.
We getting lit.
Did you just say my favorite thing? Getting lit.
It was it was, you know what, one of the homies, her homies were mad at her because she saw me and my homies, and she was like, how you take a shot with the niggas before you take a shot with your ladies? And I was like, sometimes that's just how homecoming be happening. Don't go
Man,
hard on her.
why are you crying?
But I do need people not to crash out though. We had a lot of people that crashed out, and I was like, the game boogie. We did not make it to the 64-ounce Long Islands. That was to cap off
Whoa.
the night. A 64 boogie. I'm bringing boogie. When you come to Michigan, I'm taking you because you like to get lit. The 64-ounce Long Island. You gotta have it. We
You
didn't make
gotta,
it there.
yeah, you know what it is? When you know you about to have a night or day of drinking, you have to prep the body. Prep
They
the
didn't prep.
body.
They didn't prep. I took 2 Excedrin migraines because I knew what was going to happen. Also, I had a pack of crackers, but then I was like, you know what? You probably should put a little bit more on your stomach.
Nigga, you
So
said a pack of crackers?
yeah, you know, like the
Wh-
little 6-pack of the
What
little.
is a pack of crackers gonna do? Dust the sides of your
I just wanted to kind of scrape the tank, you know.
not no crackers. I know your stomach's like, now you know you about to fuck up, right?
So that's when we had to make another calculated decision, and I was like, I'm gonna be a little bit late, but I'll be late to
Yes,
put some
because you
food
need to put
on
real
my stomach.
food. Yeah.
So I knocked
I
back like 2 double
you said
cheeseburgers real quick.
crackers. My God.
And I was good, Boogie. But these other niggas, though, it was like I looked
Not
at the
so
checked the
much.
watch, 3:00. Had to put one of the homies, I will not say his name, but I had to put the homie in the back. And I was like, you know what? We just gonna lock these doors, bloop, bloop, and we're gonna continue this party.
That's
And
it.
we'll let you sleep it off.
Yep.
Come 5:00. Oh, homie still knocked out. Okay, Tom, we gotta get him up out of here. And I was
Yep.
like, what are we doing? Where's the next move? But so many people were like, tired, dog. We almost 40. And I was like, almost though. We got 4 years till we get
Not
to
there
that.
though.
So I'm like, y'all should have been prepared. And I was texting people and I was like, be prepared. Drink your water. Do everything you need to do. Did I see any water in these people's hands? Not a lick of water in these people's
Not at
hands.
all.
I had my water. I had my water and I had my little drink. I was like, what are we doing here?
Double
I'm
fist.
two-fisted.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? And you know what, Boogie? They was like, but Nate, you be out in clubs because of your comedy lifestyle. You be out till like 2, 3 in the morning. So your body is prepared for this. And I'm like, I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses.
Not over here. Not over here. Not over here.
But it was a good ass time. So shout out
up?
to everyone who was at EMU's homecoming.
What's up?
Boogie, I got a grinding of the gears.
You know what really grinds my gears?
I'm trying to have a lot of grind. I'm trying to be more on this peaceful journey, especially as we get to seasonal depression. I'm trying to be happy because you know it's gonna do a drive-by on our asses. I'm just trying to be happy, but it really grinds my gears when people text me, call me, like that really bothers me because you took the time to let me scroll to find Nate's name. They give you a couple options when you tap on a person's name. Do I want to hit this phone icon or do I want to hit this message icon? Then you choose to hit the message icon and be like, hey, call me because I'm driving, or call me because I can't text right now. Why don't you just call me? When you what are we doing here? Whenever I see those text messages, I purposely, I'm not going to call you unless you are mom, dad, someone who is of real importance, or you are just like, this is an emergency. Then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to call you. But what are we doing?
Yeah, it's a little irritating. I got to be honest. It is.
Like, call me, but you text me.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. Stop it. Stop. Just cut it out. Stop grinding my gears with that. But that's what has grinded your boys' gears this week. Boogie!
Sir.
It's time to tip the hat. For those of you who are new to this podcast, this is a segment where we like to tip the hat to folks who are doing dope things in the community.
I'm tipping my hat.
Who you got this week, Bugs?
I'm tipping my hat to the Golden State Warriors. It has been confirmed that they will be expanding and
Expanding.
expanding and bringing a WNBA team to the Bay Area beginning in 2025.
That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be
Yeah,
dope.
I'm excited. About time.
They need to do it. And with that management, it's gonna be a dynasty before you know it. The way they be running Golden State.
Man, and right now, for those that who cares to know, the finals are happening right now in the
Aces.
WNBA.
Aces.
Yeah, Ace is out here about to
Back to back.
back to back on a ass.
Man, they at this point, there's no point in the Liberty even showing up. They got dusted. They put up what, the most points in a quarter on them.
It was pretty bad, but at the same time, that just goes to show, we need more teams and more competition. So I'm excited to see this happen. So.
And with more teams, that means you get more games. And with more games, that means you get to be shown more on TV, which means you get more money, which is a great thing, which everything we're talking about.
I love it. I love to see it. Who is your tipping?
I am tipping to Shaquille O'Neal, as well as I'm tipping to Allen Iverson. Reebok announced that they are having an official partnership. Shaq has been announced the president of basketball operations, and they are also having Allen Iverson as vice president of Reebok operations, which is dope.
About time.
Reebok is not, they ain't made no noise. I want to say since Allen Iverson stopped playing, he was really the person that was keeping them alive.
Yep.
Shaq had a nice partnership with them. Remember the Oreos that Shaq had?
Yeah.
Never got those as a kid. Still was on my Christmas list. Damn, but it's dope. They're trying to bring relevancy back to.
They trying.
To them, and you got two people on there who could legitimately bring them back. You just have to now. You got to go out here and you got to poach. You got to poach people. You got to get the Tatums, which you're not getting him off of Team Jordan.
Not at all.
You're gonna have to get some of these kids coming out of college now and be like, look, come over here. You're gonna have to hit them with the
Can you dig it? That's what
you gotta hit him with the Suge Knight speech, but that's dope. And AI, it could not have came at a better time for the brother,
for sure.
Because I'm sure you have heard of the financial issues in the past. So this is dope. And isn't he around that age? It was like 50, 55 where he got all that money. So
it's a
nice windfall for the brother.
Yeah, it's a coming. That was a very smart move of him.
Oh yeah,
very smart move.
He knew. He was like, see, the way my lifestyle is right now, I might not have nothing. So when I get to 50, let me get this windfall of cash. He knew. So
yeah, that was a very smart move for him. So definitely tip to both of those.
Tip our hats to those guys and to the new Lady Warriors team.
For sure.
Let's get to paying some bills, and we'll be right back with news you can or can't use.
Let's do it.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They'll give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com, BLAK watches.com, and make sure you use that promo code Late Night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast. All right, it's time for news you can or can't use. A quick update. No, we're not talking about Will and Jada. There's tons of other platforms that you can
Pass.
go and get all of that news.
Not
A
here.
quick update on the Carly Russell story. She has been convicted on 2 misdemeanors. They have recommended that she pay a fine of up to $18,000, and they're recommending 1 year in prison. Do what you will
Yeah.
with that information. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update.
Not 1 year in prison though, but
Uh,
yeah.
Don't think she deserves jail time. This is just me. This is Nate personally speaking. I don't think she deserves jail time. No one was hurt. I don't give a damn about you wasting police officers'
We've done it
resources.
before, so who cares?
Y'all have wasted their resources on far worse and or less.
Yeah.
Again, no one was hurt in the situation.
Yep.
However, I do think she does need some mental help.
Of course.
So let's get her that, but this other stuff missed me with that.
We
So,
wish her the best.
yes. But now, the first topic, California restaurants want to introduce $50 vomit fees for the bottomless mimosa brunches. It says restaurants are offering bottomless mimosa brunches are adding a vomit fees to address the issues of patrons getting sick due to overindulgence. CBS station KRON in San Francisco reported that the Kitchen Story in Oakland has introduced a $50 fee for patrons who throw up in the restaurant. Home Plate, another restaurant in San Francisco, will also inform brunch goers they will be charged a $50 fee for any incident caused by intoxication. Restaurants are imposing extra fees for cleaning up after sick customers, adding to the trend of charges for various services. Says this happens as restaurants face labor shortages and rising labor and food costs. That are going on. So Boogie, I know you are a brunch baddie. You'll be out here at these brunches. So what say you? How you feel about this $50 vomit fee?
I have no issue with that. Who are you to waste liquor in the first place? That's why I've kind of stopped getting bottomless mimosas.
Okay.
I'm more of a cocktail beverage person when I am brunching because I know the trick is they like to charge you 60, 40, whatever for bottomless mimosas for a $3 bottle of champagne. Like
Yeah, that's very
or
true.
or prosecco. That's why people are getting drunk because y'all are giving us these bottom barrel low tier champagne and expecting people to be good to go, but everybody here has the longest headaches alive. That's why you're not about to get me. I already
Gotta
know the
do
trick,
that
buddy.
Excedrin before you go. But you ain't
Yeah.
lying. That prosecco though, that secco, we be sucking it down. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
For it to be as cheap as it is
Yeah.
good. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I don't get my money's worth when I'm doing bottomless mimosas. I just because I'm like, one, like you said, it's not like we're using the Clico or anything like that, where it's
Not at
like
all.
okay, a couple. I don't need bottomless of this because I am there.
I'm one bottle for me for the cleat,
I feel
for the
like
Vouv.
I feel like I get there quicker. What, like you said, I could do 2 or 3 of these whatever you want to call it. I could do 2 or 3 of these drinks, these cocktails, whatever I'm having, and I'm gonna get there quicker and have a better time.
Yeah.
Whereas I done spent $40 and I'm a little tip. I'm not there, and I'm not saying I want to be plastered, but I
Yeah.
want to have a good enough time to where I'm not
I want to get a
having to keep
buzz.
drinking.
Yeah, I want to get a buzz.
The more I'm drinking, the more I gotta go pee.
Yep.
And that's what they're doing. I'm like, you're just it's making a longer line for the bathroom, so I could just get topped off with the drinks with the cocktails. Like, it's just so much
Yeah.
easier there.
Bottomless mimosas aren't what they used to be. So this
You really
$50,
aren't.
the $50 vomit fee, I get it. I understand, but at the same time, where's the quality champagne at?
There's that, because if you're giving quality champagne, it's not necessarily gonna be bottomless. Everyone's gonna kind of cut themselves off. But let me play devil's advocate here.
Sure, please.
Whatever happened to cutting people off? What
Ah,
just being like,
the good old
I had too
back.
much,
Yeah.
and to avoid you doing something crazy and us having to clean up what you did that was crazy, we could just be like, you're cut off, no
You
more.
you forget sometimes that this is what we call a business, and they would like all of their money regardless of how you are currently feeling. So if your stomach is bubbling, they do not care. They're gonna
Here's some
still
more.
charge you. Right. Post some more. Yeah.
It was just, there was a time when it was like, hey, my guy, you got to go. They would come up and they'd be cleaning out the shot glass, and it was like, you know what, this is your last one. But I don't expect places with grass walls to have any type of moral compass.
You just gotta
Like,
say grass walls.
I
It's
just
something about you and these grass walls.
Boogie, they're predatory. You
Oh
know what
God.
happens when you go to places with grass walls? You spend more money than you intended to spend. It's
Oh God.
predatory. It's gonna be
Yeah.
an instant $20 gratuity off of an $8
Oh God.
drink, off of every drink. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing to me?
Yeah, I remember going on the days. I remember being at the bar. We were bar hopping, and we went to my last bar because my body was like, no, thank you. I went to the bar and I was like, "Ugh, head down. Bartender was like, hey yo.
You okay?
You good? What's going on? You can't lay here. I was like, can I have some water, please? He was like, good, because if you would have asked for a drink, I would have said no, thank you.
See, so there are some bartenders who are still conscious and who are like, you know what? I'm going to be your angel, and I'm going to be like, yo, you've had enough. And all your friends want to keep giving you've had enough. Here's a water on me.
Yeah, that's not happening these days because we're in a recession right now,
This is very
and
true.
they trying to squeeze and squoze everything out of everyone.
They're trying to recoup from the pandemic.
Man, the panini is out here destroying all establishments. That's just what it comes down to.
It's just one of those things. Also, though, goes back on the patron. Why are you drinking as much anyways?
Man,
Why-
you should be consuming that regardless.
You shouldn't be getting to vomit levels. Like, come on now. I understand, okay, if you're in your young 20s, okay, things happen. But for most of us who are doing brunch activities, if you were in your 30s, you know when the level is when you've had too much. And now, because most of us we dabble in the herbage, you're being crossfaded. So
Yep.
you doing too much.
You really double dipping right now. You really double
got to
dipping.
slow down. You got to hit the brake before you make the mistake. Come on.
I even when, because earlier when you were talking about coating your stomach with crackers, I remember I just went to a happy hour and I only had tots, and
Ooh.
yeah, that wasn't enough, but I knew after said last shot and beverage, I was like, oh, if I do anything else after this, in my head, even though I was feeling good, in my head, I said, yeah, if I do any more,
If I take one more drink,
down the door I go. So I called me a Uber and I was like, let me get out. I'm that person. I like to fall out when I get to the house. That's when I fall
key in the
out.
door. Okay.
That's when I fall out. But you're not gonna catch me falling out publicly.
It's
No,
levels to it, because you
not me.
also you don't want to be that person that is labeled as the drunk girl, the
Yep.
drunk dude.
Yep.
We got to carry it. You don't want to be
Yep.
labeled as that person.
Yeah.
Like, it sticks with you. I
Oh.
know, as a person who got too drunk on a New Year's Eve one, it sticks with you. It sticks with you for a while. You have to.
It really does.
It takes a while
Yeah.
for you to break it off. You know.
Yeah, because your friends will definitely hold on to it. Like,
Oh,
I
they won't you
now,
forget.
All right now, we going out now. You know what that means now.
It's like, yes, I know my limit. Drink water.
Man, yeah, I'm that person. I'll do the Irish goodbye before you see me fall and stumble. Like I will stumble by myself.
There comes a time when, okay, so my telltale sign is like when you see me kind of nursing the water. He ain't had no other kind of beverage in his hand. You know, Nate is kind of okay. He's pacing himself.
He's easy right
then
now.
When you see me pep up a little bit, hey, y'all want another one? Okay, he's good. He's been able to process and go through the levels of the stomach. Exactly. He's not gonna throw up. Like you have to know yourself. So
yeah, especially when now that our diet has changed, people don't take that into account as well at all. Like now that I'm on more of a healthier lifestyle, if you will, if I don't get that proper base in,
yeah, this is true too.
Baby girl will be holding and babysitting one drink for the rest of the night.
So you also have to know what to coat your stomach with too. There's certain, because it's like Taco Bell. You're gonna have a hard day of drinking.
Yeah,
you have to know what to pizza, maybe not a
Taco
burger.
Bell, boy.
There's certain things where it's like also. Because we're of a certain age now, there's certain drinks I avoid because there's certain drinks like this is gonna put me in the bathroom. So I'm like, I don't really do a lot of tequilas because I don't need to be that guy who's got the explosive shits in the club. That's no, we don't want to do that. We don't
get out the bathroom, my man.
So it's just like everybody do better at brunch. Do better, and you won't get charged an extra 50.
That's a very easy.
You know, it's not hard. It's not hard to not be the drunk person, you know.
That's it.
Let's get to this next ad and we'll be right back. Top number 2.
Yep. Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Going over to their IG, it's Rose Vogue Styling, at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy, everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event, or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
Boogie, it's Oystergate. This topic has been going around the intranets, and I was like, what is going on? When I first saw this, I was so confused. Like I didn't get it. Then I seen the memes and I was just like, what are we doing? So for the listeners, it was a young lady. She goes out on a date. She says this gentleman skipped out on $180 tab after she had quite a few oysters. Do we have a video there, Boogie?
We do have a video.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Let's watch, shall we?
Yeah.
For those of you who are listening.
Today I linked with this nigga I met a few weeks ago out with my friends. This nigga been texting me for weeks talking to himself.
I'm already annoyed by her voice.
Bitch, I don't know. But today I was bored and I had time. So he texted me like, can we meet for drinks? And I'm like, yeah, meet me here. They got the best fucking oysters in Atlanta, like hands down. So I'm like,
already an issue for me right there. We'll parking lot that though.
Loud as hell.
So those of you who are listening, this is her first tray of oysters. Good to know.
That will be her second or
So
third.
this is her third tray of oysters that they have just brought out. There's a whole lot of slurping going on here.
Why?
You know, it's only
Y'all,
okay
when
when
the
it's
fourth one came out,
ASMR
he was
video.
looking at me crazy. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, baby, you invited me out. I'm gonna eat, and I was coming anyway. But I ain't gonna lie. No, I wouldn't have did all that, but I did do all that. It was so good. I was not
Oh,
expecting it to be
damn.
that good.
Oh
It was
God.
just so good. Like I had to. It was
You
so
just
good.
had
You
to.
had to.
So after that, I'm like, baby, what's next? What I'm about to eat? These
After
potatoes,
4
they
plates
were
of
so
oysters.
good. And the crab cakes, everything was so good. 10, 10, baby. Why the fuck this bitch ass nigga say he going to the bathroom and never come back? The fuck?
All
I'm like,
right.
hold the fuck on. It's been like 10, 20, 30 minutes, bitch. What the fuck this nigga at? Had to end up grabbing a tab, bitch. Nigga left me with his little one fucking drink. Yeah, bitch. I'm so glad bitch keep me some money, cause what? That was crazy to me.
That was
And I
crazy.
said, bitch, you running out on the tab. He talking about, I'm offering you to drink. The fuck are you talking about, bitch?
Well, there we go.
Yeah, that was interesting. So look, I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you go first. How do you feel about Oystergate? What do you think?
I would have walked the hell out during the third plate. Fucking
Oh, so you're getting to plate number 3. Okay.
I listen, the I get the notion of get these free foods and beverages from the dates. I get it.
Yes.
But within reason. Within reason, my gals, within reason. And I of all people know how to trick off a dude. I
Okay,
understand.
so
I
I wrote a couple
know.
chapters in the book.
I know. I love doing that. It's a fun, but you have to gradually get to that point.
It's levels to tricking.
It's very much levels, and the fact that she, first of all, she left, she told the world that this guy's been talking to himself for the last couple weeks,
Yeah.
and then she decided to respond. Like, men enjoy this masochist, sadist, like they love being
Kicked in the nuts.
just they love being brutalized by us for some reason. But at that point, he was like, "Oh
It's
yeah,
too much damage.
I can't do this. No more kicking the balls. No more. I can't." And he did the right thing. I'm sorry, he did.
He was getting those alerts. Abort, abort, abort. um there was a lot of telltale signs here that I'm going to call cap. I'm just,
You think
as
it's
the
fake?
you say, I'm going to say cap. I don't really believe hardly anything on the internet
Agreed.
anymore.
Agreed.
I think the part that I do believe, yes, he was talking to himself in the DMs. That happens to a lot of people nowadays. It's probably been happening for some
Very
years
common. Very
where
common.
brothers have been in there talking to themselves. Probably a couple sisters too, but probably more brothers. That's probably where this story ends at. Um, because I looked at some of the signs there. I didn't see that he ordered anything.
Nope.
Like, I just saw 4 plates of oysters, and normally, you they okay. She gets her oysters. I might have some mozzarella sticks or something. Maybe
Yep.
I'll get the calamari. There was none of that was on the table. I saw several lemon drops that were on the table. I saw 1 cup of water. I didn't see 2 cups of water. But again, some people, they don't order water, so that one we might be able to take that one off the table. But I also noticed that there was what appeared to be a glass of white wine that was on there. Not saying that brothers don't drink white wine, But a majority of the brothers that I know, and I'm not saying I know everybody, they don't drink white wine. That is just not something that doing. Maybe red wine, white, maybe not, because a little too sweet. But I didn't see enough glasses on that table for there to have been another person there. Also, I only saw when she was look at these potatoes and these crab cakes. You didn't see another plate over there. We just didn't.
She
This
was
looked
in her
like
own world.
this looked like someone who was dating themselves, and I had to sprinkle a little pizzazz on the story for TikToks and the gram. I had to go viral some way. So how else can I go viral by saying this bitch ass nigga decided to run off on the tab? Can y'all believe this? I'm so glad I keep $11 in my wallet so I can put this down for the tip. Because that's what real niggas do. Like, come on, you didn't even give 20%. So I'm calling cap. I'm calling cap.
Yeah, something's up, and yeah, I just find it hard to believe that she would be okay with this. She was like, I don't get a little bit.
Her voice was too annoying. That was shut up.
I don't care.
And
Girl.
also, what also made it fake was you were on a date. So you mean tell me you're gonna TikTok this whole goddamn date? I understand you might take a play, you might talk
Yeah.
a photo of this or that, but the whole date?
Yeah.
Come on.
Something's up. Let's
be real here.
It might be it, but even if it wasn't, I'm glad your man's ran. I gotta be honest. I'm glad he ran.
Oh yeah. If you can see a finesse coming, because let's be real, there are some finesses that you will allow. You will allow depending on how good the young lady looks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say that.
Yeah.
But everyone knows that.
Yeah.
You know you finessing him. He knows he's being finessed, but it's like, she looks good. And I might get a second date out of this. So I will allow it. Buddy knew right then and there. Let's say imaginary buddy, alleged buddy, he knew right then and there this wasn't going to be it for me.
Yep.
And also, if this were a real date, there would be some signs that would make me want to kind of skip out on you too. 4 plates of oysters, like even if you can put them down, you probably shouldn't on the first date. That's a lot.
Yeah, and then she was like, "I'm hungry. What we eating?" Yeah, what are you talking about?
Like, man, those are appetizer. You made a meal out of those.
Yeah, that's why I don't sidebar, but that's why I don't run to go get oysters, because you are not gonna get full off of oysters, my mans. You are tasting a couple little slurp slimies just to, get your little taste buds.
Also, I agree with you on that. They're not even charbroiled. These are raw oysters, ma'am. And I was looking at that. I was talking to another comic about it, and I was like, eating oysters in a landlocked city,
that's weird.
Or a landlocked state,
that's weird.
That's weird. Wild to me.
Yeah,
like
you brave as hell. You brave, my man.
And I know that there's water or lakes in Georgia, but I'm like, where are you getting these oysters from? I don't, to my knowledge, and I don't know everything about geography, but to my knowledge, I don't know that there's fisheries like that in Georgia. Where I know, South Carolina, there's a bay, there's a coast. Where else? New Orleans, there's a coast. Yep. Texas, there's a coast. Yep. These are places where I'm like, okay, that's where those animals kind of live at. I don't want to eat no oysters in Atlanta. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so she had red flags just from jump.
He knew.
So
He's like, I have to get up out of here.
I hope you good, brother.
I hope her stomach is good. He's definitely good. He dodged a $180 bill.
True that.
For someone who was going to play him anyways. Yep. I think we all can agree.
Yeah.
If said man would have been there, she was going to play you. Like, she was going to play you.
That's how I be.
So, but anyways, it's time to keep this thing rolling. Let's keep it rolling to one of my favorite segments.
Not
Yo.
old school.
People that are our age will get that. Everybody else will be like, "What the fuck is he just
Yup.
saying?"
Rolling.
Hey, I feel like every black person had a Fred. You had a red hat.
Yes.
You had that Fred Durst moment.
Yeah. Come on now.
What was that? I did it for the nookie.
Right.
Whatever that
Come
song
on now.
was.
The nookie.
Man.
You can take this cookie.
Oh, good times. Great ass times, man. But it's time for y'all niggas is tripping.
Yes, sir.
Y'all niggas tripping.
Folks be out here tripping sometimes. So let's
Yeah.
highlight who's been tripping. Who you got, Boogie?
Woo! Let's start with I guess
This is a good one.
She said she was with the culture. Recently, last week, CultureCon dispersed and happened in New York. They had a wonderful event. I heard it was raining, but they made it happen on the large main stage. Issa Rae sat down with her interviewer, Glenda McNeil. I guess she's a very highfalutin exec in the
Oh yeah, she's up there.
in the Visa or Discover credit card world. There you go. One of those.
I got your back, Bugs.
I appreciate it. But she was the interviewer, and this was a 25-minute chat. But throughout that chat, Glenda herself, for some reason, had continued to mispronounce Issa Rae to Issa.
It's a knife.
Issa. And the audience, because we are who we are, made it a point after maybe the second time.
The real culture.
To correct her. Hey, my guy, it's Issa.
Boy, did they correct her. Man, that was it was a joy to hear. It was a joy.
There's clips out there of all the audience being very loud and clear, like her name is Issa.
It wasn't even brothers. Her name is Issa.
And at this point, Issa Rae, we can say this because Insecure has been out, was out for 5 years.
Yeah.
The impact of Awkward Black Girl for a lot of people that were really down with her, as well as her book, and now rap shit out. Like she's done several movies. She's won several
funny movies at that.
Yes, several funny movies. She's written, like, at this point, if you're not doing the background information for the people that you are interviewing, what are you do? Why are you here?
Yeah, a simple to her secretary, to her assistant. How do you pronounce this? That would have gone a long way. I'm sure you have grandchildren. And you know what, Boogie? I'm sure she practiced this. I am sure she was walking around the house, Issa, and someone in that household was like, Grandma, it's Issa. Oh, Issa. She was in the mirror, Issa, got out there, Issa. And what's crazy was she was like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm of the culture too. Ma'am, tell us you've not seen any part of Insecure or anything that Issa's done. Just go ahead and just tell us you haven't seen anything. Because we know.
Yeah, and people don't know this, but Issa is actually a shortened version of her first name.
What's her for those who don't know.
It's so you
Yeah, me as
you
well.
included. It's like she's Senegalese, so it's like D Issa or something like that. But the point is, she decided to abbreviate her motherfucking name just so it'll be easier for people to say her name. And yet, this black woman messed up her name. I'm done. All right. You tripping?
I'm not gonna lie. I had to look too because when she said she was of the culture, I had to zoom in. I was like, let me zoom in because it was like, ma'am, I don't see a whole lot of melanin.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was like, oh no, she's
I
black.
bet you she know her name now.
Oh, she knows.
I bet you she know her name now. That's all I gotta say.
Issa, the beauty of this, Issa did not even have to correct her because normally we got to be up here like, yeah, it's this, it's that. The crowd was like, oh, thank y'all. Like my tribe, they know, they know.
It only takes one. Who do you got for your niggas is tripping?
My young niggas tripping is going to Joel Embiid. I want to honor my son who was born in the USA. This is he says this as he was committing to be a part of Team USA. I am really proud and excited about this decision. It was not easy. I am blessed to call Cameroon, France, and the USA home. After talking to my family, I knew I had to be Team USA. I want to play with my brothers in the league. I want to play for my fans because they've been incredible since the day I came here. But most of all, I want to honor my son who was born in the USA. In the US. I want my boy to know I played my first Olympics for him. That's all fine and dandy. But your son would know that you played in your first Olympics for him if you were playing for your home country of Cameroon. He would even know this if you even played for Team France, where you lived at. If we're going to use this type of logic, then Jokic can play for Team USA. You know, why not get him to play for Team? What's Luka? Why not get him to play for Team USA as well? No point in having him go back and play for his country. Why have any of the Canadians? Y'all play in the league. Y'all might as well come play for Team USA too. This is the dumbest shit ever, bro. The whole point of people having pride in the country that they come from, they want to show the pride from where they come from on the grandest scale in the Olympics, bro. Your son is from the United States. You are not. If your son is blessed to have the height that you have and the skill that you have, he can represent Team USA. This is the dumbest shit ever. This also lets me know that you don't have any faith or any you don't have any faith that Team Cameroon is going to win at all. And there's some brothers on that team that can actually play because they play in the league as well. You have no faith in them. You gotta go and create the super team with LeBron and everybody else because you have no faith in Team France, who's also a very good team as well. This is BS to me, and I think you're taking the easy route because nobody ever gets to do this. When do we ever get to be like, I live in the States, I play in the state league, let me just join Team USA? They don't ever do this. So why do we do this now all of a sudden? It's just crazy to me. There are other centers, there are other big men in the league who could take this guy's place. This is just crazy. Just stand on it. Just stand on your laurels and be like, yeah, I just want to be on Team USA. Don't use your son as a scapegoat, bro. It's lame. That's my young niggas tripping. Joel Embiid. I don't know. What says you? Boogie, you the resident hooper here. How do you feel about?
I'm not a Joel Embiid fan, so I could care less about your mans. But
Boo!
I get it. Boo this man.
Hold on, Boogie. I got you. I got you.
No.
Move this man.
Oh.
You big dummy.
I got tons more I could do for Joel, but we got to keep this thing rolling. Let's pay this final bill. We'll get to the final topic.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them chummies edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the Eddies like that because let's be real, a lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I got to tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's Chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21Chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast, and because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21Chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
This is the crazy one. And I don't mean to laugh because it is serious. Because a fast food employee is suffering serious injuries after a customer opened fire over being given the wrong amount of change. According to WSOC TV, the incident occurred on Saturday night at a Charlotte, North Carolina Taco Bell. 67-year-old Dahl McClendon was upset over being given incorrect change and entered the restaurant in a fit of rage. McClendon shot the unidentified employee multiple times, leaving them with serious injuries. So the shooter then fled the scene upon police officers arriving. Authorities located McClendon and arrested the suspect at a nearby apartment complex. Upon reviewing the security footage, he is charged with attempted murder and discharging a weapon in an occupied property. It says that he went without a struggle. He's like, yeah, I did it. It's crazy out here, man. Fast food employees, they don't get paid enough to deal with this, man. They're like teachers, like they are so underpaid, and they be out here dealing with everything. They deal with it all. It's just crazy that you would shoot somebody over incorrect change. Like, how much was this? Was it like, what'd you do? You give them a 20 and they give you a 5 back? Like, how much change was it that they shorted you for you to be like, I got to shoot you? Now I got to, I'm already 67, so I got to spend the rest of my life in jail because you shorted me. How much change was it?
Now you done messed up. That's what he said. Oh, now I got to shoot you. What in the world? Like, I definitely tip my head off to all the employees that work at fast food restaurants, because it is such a thankless job. And a lot of people, a lot of their first jobs are fast food. And,
Very true.
this is a terrible way to introduce the labor force to a bunch of teenagers and college students, as well as just regular people who like, yo, I can make a name for myself in the fast food world, but if I get this change wrong, I could be shot up. What in the world?
It's like, I could see if you like, I'm allergic to onions and pickles, and I said, don't put no onions and pickles on my shit, and then you eat it and you like start to seize up. I could see potentially maybe wanting to shoot you. Almost killed me. Pow. I could see that.
Yeah.
You're still wrong, but I could understand it. But because of some change, like, bruh, what was it? Was it like, okay.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out the situation. Was it like, hey, I needed that to go get some swishes, and now because you shorted me, I can't get no swishes, so I got to shoot you. I'm still trying to put the pieces together.
It's
what it was.
It's obvious it wasn't about the employee. Whatever the issue was, something was on your man's mind. Okay,
so you're saying that the employee just got the brunt of him possibly having a bad day.
He got that blowback for real.
hella blowback. I'm just like, whatever happened to just being like, hey, can I speak to your manager? I didn't
Right.
get my correct change. Can I get a free taco? This brother just, you came in hot. You came in too hot, bro.
Way too hot. I'm what is up with the retaliation nowadays? Like, don't you know people are in pain right now? People
We're
are
all
going through
struggling.
things, right? Everybody's hurting. And yet you feel the need to pull out a pistol for some change?
I just feel like there's some, because fast food, you go through so much. I don't want to be that person
Yeah.
to just add on to what you might already be going through.
Yeah.
So I'm already like, I don't want you spitting my shit. So I'm
Right.
just going to, I'm going to be overly nice. Like,
Yes.
hey, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I would love like 6 extra fire sauce packets, please. And
Yep.
thank you.
Yep.
It's the most cordial exchange ever. Like, Nate, you're
Yep.
not this nice. But yeah, they're making my food. So I
Yep.
gotta be, you know,
Yeah.
if I
But
have,
he already had his food. He just needed his change.
see what he should have did, he should have just looped right back around, bro, and be like, hey, you ain't give me correct change. Can I get a taco or something? And then if they hit you with the blowback, then you can, you can respond accordingly, but not with the blicky though. You might can have a little attitude back with them, but we shouldn't get full-fledged like, you've got my change, pow. Like,
Right.
and Boogie, it wasn't just one shot. It wasn't like a warning shot.
No.
Multiple shots.
Man, I hope he got to eat his tacos before he got arrested. That's all I gotta say.
I hope so too. I'm not even going front. That would have been on some, I'm gonna eat these on the way home or something, because I
Yeah.
know I'm not really gonna get a good meal ever again.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, if I do something like this, you're gonna have to work to catch me.
Ah,
I'm not gonna make this easy on you. I'm not gonna make your job easy. Honestly, he surrendered way too easy. I'm not
yeah.
saying go out in a blaze of glory, but I might take you
Catch me if you
on.
can. Yeah.
It just might be a little cross country trip. We
Gotcha.
might just cross some state lines. We might see how far I can go. You know?
That's a
How
lot.
much gas do I got in this tank?
That's a lot.
You already going to jail, Boogie. You already going to jail. You might as well just let's
You
go on a
about to
tour.
go to jail.
This is just, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Remember the dude that took an AK into Little Caesars?
Oh
Y'all need
yeah.
to stop bringing guns into these restaurants.
Man, clearly them little stickers that'll be outside of the house, outside of the restaurants where it has a little no gun
No one's paying
cross sign.
attention to those.
Ain't nobody paying attention to them little stickers. If you don't get them lunchbox joints stickers out of here,
They're just like, well, no guns. And people are just like, well, let me leave mine in the car. No.
I'll be right back.
Strap up. These are just those moments where you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna start with they're gonna have that one
Metal
gun
detector.
in that too, but they're gonna have that one gun in these fast food restaurants. Break in case of emergency. Bam! It's gonna be fire. They're gonna be retaliating with fire. Oh, he shot at us, we shot back.
I mean, we're about to go back to, even though there's a lot of areas, especially in the more urban blacker areas where it's gonna be plexiglass on
Oh, yeah.
on A side. You're gonna be real, it's gonna be real cold and personal. Best believe.
Honestly, though, the food tastes better when there's bulletproof glass in
Huh.
front of you.
Okay.
Not even gonna hold you.
Okay.
Not gonna hold you. Might have to risk your life to get it, but that's gonna be the best food you ever had in your life.
Okay.
Like, I'm sure you've been to some establishments in Chicago, Boogie, where you like, let's get up out of here. But it slapped. It slapped when you got home.
Oh, always. Definitely was accompanied by somebody. Never went by myself.
Oh no.
But yeah.
Not as a lady, even as a man, I'll be like, you know what? Who gonna help me get to my car?
Right.
Because it's dangerous over here. I'm not gonna lie. There was the moments where I went to Wales on the west side at like 1 a.m, and it was like, yeah, you playing with fire right now, bro.
Yeah, you gotta know. Yeah, you gotta know when to do it, and you gotta be with the right people. Because I was definitely with some killers when I when I went.
Sometimes them catfish nugs be calling you, and you're
Yeah.
willing to throw caution to the wind, you know.
Sometimes,
So,
yeah.
but
You know.
it's gonna be like when the bars had the gun underneath, and they was like, "All right, it's starting to get hectic. Let me pull this
Right.
gun out."
Let me put
That's
that.
what restaurants gonna start doing. They're gonna keep the
Man.
blicky by the sauce packets.
I mean, they already have a lot of establishments who can't afford it. They already have them off-duty cops, securities that be outside. Like you
It
going
should be a
in.
must at everyone. Remember we was in Atlanta? We couldn't even eat at the Waffle House.
Yeah, we couldn't.
So I mean, that was like just inconvenience us all for our safety. Just go ahead and do it.
That's what it is.
Go ahead and do it.
Yep.
Bugs, we've come to the end of another great episode. You know what time it is? It's time for Nothing Blunt Facts. It's that time of the show where you're like, Nate might be high, or Nate just about to hit us with a gut punch. So here we go. It's a good one this week, Boogie. I put a lot of thought into this.
Let's just say it here.
If you feel like you're losing everything, remember, trees lose their leaves every year, yet they still stand tall and wait for better days to come. Boom!
Oh God. All right.
That's top tier, Boogie. That is top tier. That's gonna sit with somebody. Somebody's gonna be out here who's really going through it this week. Then I'm like, trees, they be shedding their leaves, but they still be standing. They be about to blow over in the wind, but they still be standing. Keep standing, y'all. Unless for some reason you got bad knees, then sometimes you might need to sit down. But that has been the Nothing But Fact. That has been the fact of the week. Do what you will with that tidbit of information. I hope it adds light to your path this week. That should be the light of your path with Nate. We're gonna work on this. We're gonna work on some of these things. Shout out to the day ones. Like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. We appreciate y'all for checking in. What you got for the peeps, Bugs?
You know, as always, tell a friend that this is your favorite potty, that they should be listening to this pod as well. You know, remember to smash that bell so you can, you know what I'm saying? Get all the notifications as soon as our content drizappies, you know what I'm saying? Thank you.
Drops.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you to everyone that's been reaching out, commenting, liking. You know, continue to do that. Let's pump this up. Let's do what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Pump up the jams.
Hey.
Hey. For all the techno house people, y'all know what that song is. And on that note, this is your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day. I'm
Adrian.